Hey everybody, this is Venus Callida. I am here with my good friend Traxer. If you guys have ever heard us sparring on YouTube or on Twitch, he's here with me on the couch today. Traxer, say hi.
Hello there, folks.
Everybody, this is one of my favorite followers. He supported me through my whole art journey, but we met because of our love of WoW. Traxer, tell us about you and WoW.
Well, I first got into WoW in my late years in elementary school. It interested me because of friends. I started to play with them, and it got its own journey. Later, I started to really like the game. I got heavily into it. I started learning all things about it, and also one of the things that got me interested in the first place was the story, because I'm a really big story guy.
Yes, and
And
you are
the,
basically
the-
like a walking encyclopedia of the lore of World of Warcraft, aren't you?
oh yes, because I I did spend like 7 to 8 years studying WoW,
Wow.
the WoW
Mm.
lore and its deeds. So I really have some knowledge to share if you want to ask.
I would love to ask. I think we both have in common that we both love the lore of the Blood Elves. What drew you to the
Yeah,
Blood Elves, and what's your favorite stuff about it? What stands out for you?
uh, I I really like Elven lore as all because of its history and in the doubling in the magic of the world.
All right.
That's really interesting about elves. They try to master magics, but they get influenced by them, and later the influence of the magic they are close to do change them. And with the Blood Elves, it was at first the arcane magic of the Sunwell that was a small recreation of the Well of Eternity that did cause collapse of the Night Elven Empire back in the War of the Ancients. The
Yeah.
exiles of the Highborn created Sunwell from the flask of the water of the Well of Eternity.
Now, even though we've had many expansions since I first started playing, I always kept going back to the original Silver Moon City. And there were so many things I found out and that shocked me about it. Like, there used to be a place where the sweatshops had little gnomes, and they've changed it to leopard gnomes before turning it into where Silver Moon City is now. I've been searching to make sure that they've been liberated since the Alliance can come through Silver Moon now. How do you feel going into Silver Moon, knowing the original lore for so many years since our Queen Sylvanas was taken and changed, and she fell for this city, and now to see how it's grown after 16 years in World of Warcraft with Midnight. What are your impressions? What stands out for you about that?
My impression of the new Silver Moon, the new interpretation of the Silver Moon City, it's a really glorious piece of work. What they did too, and how they rebuilt it. It's magnificent, and one thing that does stand out is the new area, the Sanctum of the Light.
The
That
Sanctum of Light, yeah.
yes, that's the focus for the Blood Elves and the priests of the Blood Elves.
Now, is your favorite main currently a Blood Elf as well?
Oh yes, I currently play a Blood Elf Paladin.
All right. Now, if people don't know, if anyone's hearing the clicking, Traxer is playing WoW right now while he's talking to us about it. Traxer, what are you working on?
I'm currently progressing tier 11 Delph.
All right. Now, I know that I spoof you about being aggressive. I own that. Look, I came into this game. I'm usually pretty aggressive. Um, and that kind of has fallen out of the game into other aspects of her life. You've been with me on my creative journey. I met you as a follower through my YouTube channel, and you've watched me grow in the past little bit, where I started trying to learn how to use computers to make my own assets, starting with backgrounds for my meditation videos. Do you want to tell anybody what you know about all the art behind us here in our studio?
Oh yeah, some of the pieces here created during our chat with we when I hope to think I was an inspiration to some of the work she did.
No, absolutely. Tractor's not only helpful in WoW, and I gotta tell you that all of us here on the American servers, if we could get Traxer to be able to like cross into parties with us, like Horde and Alliance can do that now in each server, but Traxer's European server. So if you guys want to play with Traxer and win, get with him. If you want to join a guild on the American side, join me. But if we could ever find a way to cross servers to work together, we'd
I,
totally put Traxer in our guild. Totally.
I play on the European region on
Yeah.
the server of Dracula.
And so, but yeah, I definitely, Tractor's not only helpful in WoW and a walking encyclopedia and giving me the heads up whenever Twitch is doing a new WoW drop so that I get all my Murloc plushies, which he's got one right now. You've got your Void plushie already, don't you?
Oh yes, I did 2 days ago, and
And then,
it's glorious.
it is. I love them. I'm keeping this one from a horde house. Now the I want to tell people, if you ever go back through my channels, sometimes my creative feeds for Tuckin' and Chill Nights, Trax has been there while I'm trying to use for the first time in my life, instead of drawing with a pencil, as you guys have been watching me do since about August last summer. Once in a while, I'll pick up a pencil and draw really badly for you. And so we started trying to learn how to use Krita, which is free, to make digital backgrounds for my different meditation videos. So you guys may recognize some of these. But I want to tell you the names of all of these because Traxer was here for them. Traxer has been my muse for so many things. Which is it has a growth. So behind Traxer, behind his onion rings, that red whole bunch of red squares, that is, we called that Attack of the Lipsticks. Traxer named it when I was learning how to do a red meditation video. And then behind Traxer here in his glorious silver hair, we've got one that we called Red Traxer. I like it. I really do like it because it kind of reminds me of Pac-Man, but not Pac-Man. It's a Traxer man. And Traxer, I just wonder your thoughts. I don't know if you were there with me for that one. I think I did this after you went offline, and I was still playing around with the lipstick idea, looking for ways to do red and make it like calming. What are your thoughts of the Attack of the Lipsticks or Red Traxer?
Well, Attack of the Lipsticks really did turn into something incredible, if I say so myself. For its level of work, really something. I like the contrast of different shades of the red. Well,
Yeah.
and the shapes interpreted in here are also intriguing, to say the least.
And I'm going to say, if I'm correct, square was your favorite shape. And I think that's why we were doing square. We were messing around with layers of squares, right? Is square your favorite shape?
Oh, well, I would not exactly say so, but it's one of the more interesting shapes. That's for sure.
Because you know what? We love our pixels. We love our pixels. Everything pixelated. So I love it. And of course, I personally love Red Traxer. The little square faces everywhere. Now then we had the one that started the whole party bus. If anybody loves playlists, music playlists, I've got some Party Bus Mayhem series. Traxxer's had 2 party buses already. We're gonna put them on the third one coming up next week. And this one in the middle here, which I personally love. We were trying to make a campfire with marshmallows for a little comic I was trying to make through Krita, and that comic didn't go very well. But I got up a real close up of this campfire, and I called it Traxer's Offended Soul. Traxer, do you want to tell anybody what you know about why you were like why you were offended with my art, with my Krita art?
Oh, it was. I think we did have a little misunderstanding back there, and it ticked me off. And
Oh.
somehow it led to this interesting art.
Well, if anybody's curious, um, there are two party bus mayhems, Traxer's party bus. The first one was kind of spoofing the conversation we had, which Traxer was looking at all this very red art I was trying to do for this red meditation video. And the names I was giving things, he's like, why are you making me out to be so aggressive? So we put him on an aggressive party bus. The first one's like to get the word out. Traxer's not always aggressive, with a bunch of children's songs. And I have to say, Traxer, you are a good sport because you had a bit of a chuckle about it, right? You weren't. I think you
Oh
thought it
yes,
was funny.
it was it was funny. How did you put it?
And then, but then I came back. Then I came back with after spoofing you, because I like to communicate with humor when I can. I made you a real party bus, and the second party bus where you admit that you can be just a little bit aggressive, and that you like the music on that one, right? What is your favorite music style?
My favorite music style goes into the electro and house stuff.
Welcome back. My apologies, everybody. Venus Callida is still here. Traxer had to get to a raid. We're really sorry. For some reason, our feed cut. We're going to blame the nether. That nether storm has just been going for ages now. But anyways, if you want to hear more, we've got so much more to share with you. And anything that got cut off from our live feed, well, we'll just have to re-chat about another time. I mean, we've got a whole history of art here ahead of us to touch on. And we've got a lot of wow content we want to speak about. Well, I hope you will give us a like and a follow. Please subscribe. Look for Traxi10 on Twitch and also on YouTube. He has not set a debut yet, but we're gonna have one, and I'm gonna help do some memes, and I'm gonna do some advertising for him too to shout it out to everybody. So if you follow me, if you love WoW, if you're just like a really nice guy, come on out and support my friend Traxer. Look for Traxi10, Traxi10, and me. I'm Venus Callida. Well, I hope you're having a fabulous day out there, Msoul, and I'll see you next time. Bye.